Classical music is one of the glories of human achievement. That's the first statement. It's also a universal language, meaning that it speaks to all peoples, but does not speak in words. That's why many people under siege from the Nazis took solace from Beethoven's Fifth Symphony during the Second World War, even though, of course, Beethoven was emphatically German. Art has its miracles, and they don't show up on Twitter. Music communicates in a dimension beyond speech. So, what's going on with the Toronto Symphony Orchestra? They'd booked the famous pianist Valentina Lisitsa to play Rachmaninoff's Second Piano Concerto, a standard of the repertoire, and have now canceled her performance for what she has said about what I would call the Russian invasion of Ukraine. She sees it very differently, and her Twitter feed is very, very strong, even what some would call offensive on this point. TSO got complaints and then decided that unless she disowned or retracted those comments, she would be disinvited from her performance. This is very strange. Have we now reached a point in our delicate lives when we check the political opinions of pianists and oboe players, do a vet on them before they adjust the reed or try the treble? What is the TSO management doing? I don't think this comes from the orchestra, acting as performer approval board for musicians who come here from all over the world. For example, Evgeny Kissin, one of the world's super virtuosos, is coming this May. Kissin is a very strong supporter of Israel. Any complaints, anybody? Should he revoke his thoughts about Israel? No, of course not. He's not coming to lecture. He's coming to play Chopin or Liszt or Bach. And if some are offended by his solidarity with Israel, well, they can stay home and listen to a musician with views closer to their own. As for Ms. Lisitsa, she was going to play Rachmaninoff, not talk Ukraine. And whatever she thinks or talks on her own time, as long as she does not hijack a recital to give a political speech, as long as it's the concerto she's performing and not her Twitter feed, her engagement should be honored. What the TSO has wandered into is a stew of busybodyism, political correctness, prudery, and censorship. Now, if it's politics people are hungry for, well, we've got the Duffy trial, where everyone can cough as much as they like. It has a judge, not a conductor. There are no arpeggios or cadenzas to distract from the really juicy stuff. Finally, as music is a universal language, the concert hall is best as a politically neutral venue. May it long remain so. For The National, I'm Rex Murphy.